I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!
Hey there champs, welcome back to another round of Manny's Boxing World. And in today's round, we're going to be talking about the pay-per-view numbers between Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford and their gate, and how they compare to Tank versus Ryan pay-per-view and gate numbers. And we're going to be talking about that next. But before that guys, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding the notification bell. That way you never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding, ding.
Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ!
Alright guys, let's get started. The Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford gate made $21 million. And they also sold 700,000 pay-per-views. And this is the sixth biggest gate in boxing history. A little bit under Ryan versus Tank, and I think only by 2 million. The Tank versus Ryan fight made $23 million gate in the same building as the Terence Crawford versus Spence fight, but they really shined where they made the pay-per-view sales. It was 1.4 compared to 700,000. That is double. The Tank versus Ryan event made $23 million in the same building as Spence versus Crawford. It's almost a tie, right? Where Tank and Ryan really shined was at the pay-per-view sales. They did almost double that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford did. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford did half of what Tank versus Ryan did, just like this. I hope they haven't stopped counting, because when they released the numbers between Ryan versus Tank, it seems like every 2 or 3 days the numbers kept increasing for like almost 2 or 3 weeks. And I hope it's like that because I want to keep seeing these big fights. Guys, I believe 700,000 pay-per-view buys, it is good, but considering the caliber of the fight, and they're both undefeated, all the belts were on the line, it was for undisputed. Whoever won this fight was going to be the greatest fighter in the world. 700,000 pay-per-views is a little bit underwhelming. I mean, that's what I believe. I really was expecting this fight to at least reach 1 million pay-per-views, if not a little bit more. But I was like, at the least, I would say 900,000. But I bought my pay-per-view. What about you? Guys, the Tank versus Ryan Garcia, it was a catchweight at 136, so no belts were on the line. The only thing on the line was their reputation and their undefeated records. It was just a fight for popularity. But who knew a fight for popularity would be more popular than two undefeated great fighters going at it? That is crazy. Not that much was on the line for Tank versus Ryan, and they sold double than Spence versus Crawford did. Guys, if this is the case, I always said that they under-promoted this fight. They could have done a better job of promoting this fight, especially the status of the fight and the caliber of both fighters. And their status, you know, they should have came up with something else, or they should have told the fighters to talk more smack or something. Spence and Crawford should have gone to more social media shows and posted more comments online, and they should have done more trash talk, and I believe they would have sold as much as Tank versus Ryan or even more. But I think they did a poor job on promoting this fight, because when Ryan and Tank fought, man, their conversation was for like a whole month after the fight, and everything right here kind of died down already. Just look at Rolando Romero, Triple R. He knows how to promote himself. He didn't have a lot of wins. He didn't even have any belts when he fought Tank, and he made himself fight Tank, and he made good money off that fight. Not like this kind of money, but it was pretty good for only having like, what, 14 fights? But Rolly's one of my favorite fighters. I know if you guys want to become champs, I know exactly how to beat Rolly, because he's one of my favorite fighters. I have studied him, and the only way to beat Rolly is to hit him with a lucky punch, but it has to be lucky. Guys, if it's one thing I miss, it's Floyd Mayweather pay-per-views. I always said that this guy had the funnest pay-per-views. Everybody tuned in, and I just can't wait to see this fight. And if you guys want to sell big fights, you guys should start acting like Floyd Mayweather more. That way, even if you're not a fan favorite, people will still pay to see you lose. Yes guys, people will pay to see you lose if you make them mad enough. And all you gotta do is laugh all the way to the bank with it. Like this.
Straight to the bank with it.
Okay guys, these are really good numbers. I was just expecting it to do as well as Tank versus Ryan, just seeing the caliber and the momentum of this fight, and you know, everybody said that these are the two best welterweights of all time, and the welterweight division, it is my favorite division. I think that's where everybody peaks. If you start like at 130, you probably peak at 147, and making you the best version of a fighter. Except for heavyweights, those guys don't even have to train themselves at all. If they're in a long layoff, they could just go straight to training. They don't have to worry about their diet or anything. They could just go straight to training. But hopefully there is more counting to do, just like Ryan versus Tank, because I want to see this number bigger, because both of these fighters are my favorite fighters, and I do want them to get paid, you know, not just go home from boxing without any money. Guys, this is the best year to be a boxing fan. But remember, if you want to continue keep seeing these big old fights, the more money these boxers make, the more willing they are to get into the ring in dangerous fights that are 50-50, and we could be happy. Let's just pay for these pay-per-view numbers, guys, these pay-per-view events. That way we could continue to see these great fights. And even if they're not like, they don't come out in the outcome that we want, or it sucks, the fight sucks, we don't have to wonder anymore. Oh, he should have fought this guy, he should have fought that guy. Nah, let's make them fight, and that way we could all be happy. The boxers are happy, and we're happy because we brought a dead sport back to life. Alright guys, but that's all I really have for you guys today. Please comment below if you guys can think that the pay-per-view numbers are going to continue to go up, or this is it, 700,000. But that's all I really have for you guys today. And before I go, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you never see it again. And ding the notification bell. That way you never miss any new boxing videos. Alright guys, the round is over. Ding, ding.